Well, good morning, everybody. Today's the day. Today's the day after, I think this will be episode 26 of the Case Tractor project, from the first introduction to where it had just broken down and I was trying to figure out what was wrong with it, clear through complete rebuild of the engine, and many other things, many other components. Today's the day when we try to fire it up. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. I'm excited. I'm pretty confident, but I'd be lying. Like I said, if I said I wasn't apprehensive, because I am. As I've said before, I've never had a diesel apart, never worked on one before. Now I did a complete rebuild, got it all in here. I think we're good to go. Believe me, I've gone over it a million times in my head, but I think we're good. So today, we're just gonna pull the hood off. We're gonna go back over all the fluid levels, make sure everything's right. I filled it up with oil, with antifreeze, power steering fluid, topped off the gearboxes with gear oil. Got, like I say, got the engine oil in it. The only thing left is I'm still waiting on a hydraulic filter, but I'm going to put the old one back in and go ahead and fill up the hydraulic system, because I don't want to wait till this afternoon to fire this up. I want to go today. I don't know what my weather window is going to be like. It's pretty decent. This morning's really overcast, but it's calm, and so I want to go with that today. So we're going to put the old one back in for the time being, fill it up, so that system's all functional as well, and then we'll be ready to hit the key and see what happens. I just keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes well. Don't know why it wouldn't, but you just never know. So stick with us and we'll get this underway. All right, moment of truth. So we're going to take the hood off. We're going to put the muffler back on it. We're going to just go once more over all the fluid levels, make sure they're all good. I know they are, though. And then we're going to hit that key and see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm excited. And if everything works out the way it should, it's just going to be fantastic. So here we go. Wood up there that I can block off the intake with in case I have some sort of a runaway. And I also don't have the cable to shut off the injection pump, so I'm going to have it turned full on, and so if I need to, I can simply reach over there and pull that back. But other than that, I think it's time. I don't know what else I could do here. I'm just avoiding it. But it's time to do it. So here we go. Well, we've got good oil pressure, but as you can hear, it's not really firing. I think I better crack the injector lines and bleed them. Okay, so the injectors, I loosen them all up. You got to remove this return line to even get at them, so I don't think that'll have any effect on anything. So this is really just to see if we get any fluid out of any fuel out of any of these. So let's see what happens. Oh my. Okay, so we haven't gotten any fuel out yet. So I'm gonna crack the line to the pump and make sure I've got fuel there. So we'll start with that. Let's see if I can just hang it here. Well, maybe I can do this one hand. Okay, so we've got fuel to the pump. It's dripping out of that line right there. So we got fuel there. All right, I've been cranking and cranking to the point where my battery's down, so I got it charging up. And I am not getting any fuel out of the injectors. So I think what I got to do, I might have to pull the top off this injection pump. I don't know why. I'm just so leery about this whole injection pump thing ever since I installed it incorrectly and rolled the seal but the shut-off mechanism is all right in here. Comes right from here, and it's a pretty simple mechanism as far as I know. So it's just 3 screws. So I think we'll go ahead and remove it and take a look in there. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I gotta start somewhere because I've got fuel. I got good fuel to the injection pump, and just nothing getting up to the injectors. So let's start there. Okay, got the cover off. I'll try to get you down in here. There's no fuel in here. I don't know if there is supposed to be fuel in there. I don't know. I guess I better go watch some other videos, because it seems as though I've seen others where there was fuel in there. Everything seems to be excuse me, everything seems to be functioning. So here is off, this is on. When you would hit the throttle, it would just flip that. Okay, so that's off. It moves that lever. Everything looks pretty clean. It's not filthy in there or anything. No gunk built up. Very little, just a little in the corners, but hardly anything. Everything looks intact. Don't see anything worn. So I'm not really sure what's happening here. Guess I better go consult some of my fellow YouTubers and see what I can figure out on this thing while I wait for the battery to recharge. Okay, well, this is fail so far today. Wah, wah, wah. The injection pump doesn't seem to be lifting fuel up to the injectors. It's getting fuel. I pulled this fitting clear out of there. There's fuel in the pump, but it is not lifting it up to the injectors. So something is stuck inside that pump. It's been sitting around for 8 or 9 or 10 months, and it's been bounced around on the bench a little bit. I find that hard to believe, but that seems to be the case. So I got to pull it back off, and I already have a rebuild kit for it. So I'll probably just, well, not probably, I'm definitely going to just go ahead and tear it down and clean it all up and rebuild it and put it back on. And that should take care of that. I've done a lot of research online, and that seems to be the common issue is when you've got it, you got fuel to here, but you're not getting here. Something stuck in that pump. There's some little veins. There's some little plungers in there and stuff, and one of them must be stuck, I guess. So fortunately, it's not too bad. I got to take the fuel filters off again. Remember, I took this pump off already once to rotate it to get the timing right. So now I got to take it back off, and then we'll take it in the shop and we'll tear it down and rebuild it on the bench. So okay, next I'm just going to go ahead and tear it off. I'm not going to show you all that. We did that once already.